Hi students, good morning to all. I welcome you all for today's online session. In today's class, we are going to revise the chapter 4, which is for the portion of upcoming November monthly test. Okay, chapter 4 is inverse trigonometric function. We already read this topic fully. In today's session, we are going to revise some important 2 marks and 3 marks. So in this, the first sum is find the value of sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. Okay, first sum, sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. We know that sine inverse of sine x is equal to x, where x lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Here this value 2 pi by 3. What is the value of 2 pi by 3? 2 pi by 3 is 60 degree. 60 into 2, 120 degree. 120 degree does not lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So we have to convert this 2 pi by 3 in between minus 90 to plus 90. So I am going to reduce this to acute angle. Sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3 can be split it as pi minus pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3 gives 2 pi by 3. So what is the value of sine 180 minus theta? We already studied in the 11th standard. Sine 180 pi minus theta. Sine pi minus theta is sine theta. So using this, you will get sine inverse of sine pi by 3. Sine pi minus pi by 3 gives sine pi by 3. Now sine inverse of sine gets cancelled because now the value lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So sine and sine inverse gets cancelled. You will get the value as pi by 3. Next, in the second sum, find the period and amplitude of y is equal to 4 sine of minus 2x. We know that the period and amplitude, the formula for period and amplitude of y is equal to a sine bx, or modulus of a is the period and the amplitude is 2 pi by, the amplitude is modulus of a and the period is 2 pi by modulus of b and the amplitude is modulus of a. So when you compare this given equation y is equal to 4 sine of minus 2x, the value of a, what is the value of a here? The value of a is 4, the value of b is minus 2. Now we can write the amplitude and period using the formula. The amplitude is modulus of a, that is modulus of 4, which is 4. The period is 2 pi by modulus of b. The modulus of b is minus 2. Modulus of minus 2 gives plus 2. 2 gets cancelled. The period is pi. So the amplitude is 4 and the period is pi. Next, the third sum, find all the values of x such that minus 6 pi less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6 pi and cos x is equal to 0. Cos x is equal to 0. Cos which degree is 0? You know that cos 90 degree is 0. Cos x is equal to 0 means x is pi by 2. But we can't write the answer simply pi by 2 because pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, for all these values in the left hand side also minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, for all these values the cos x is 0. So but they give us the limit minus 6 pi to 6 pi. So first I am going to draw the graph for reference. What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. Cos 90 is 0, cos 180 is minus 1. So I am going to start the curve with cos 0 is 1, 0, 90, 180, 270, 360, 450 degree, 450, 540, like that. You can extend like that. You can extend this. On the left hand side also you can extend. Here 0 means 90 degree, 180, 270 can be written as 3 pi by 2. The next one is 5 pi by 2, like that 7 pi by 2. It goes on like this. The left hand side also minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 5 pi by 2, like that it tends up to infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity. But they ask us to give the values between minus 6 pi to plus 6 pi. So I am going to write the value of x. Up to minus 6 pi means what value will we get, means 11 minus 11 pi by 2. Up to minus 11 pi by 2 you will get. Minus 11 pi by 2, minus 9 pi by 2, like that. Here pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, up to here also 11 pi by 2. So how will you generalize this value? To get the generalized value, look at this here, 1, 3, 5, it extends like odd numbers, odd values of pi by 2. So pi by 2, what is the odd values of pi by 2? General form is 2n plus 1. Now if you substitute the value of n as any integer, you will get these values. If n is equal to 0, you will get pi by 2. If n is equal to 1, you will get 3 pi by 2. But they limit us up to minus 6 pi to plus 6 pi. So here x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. But we have to write this in the given between the given interval. So now you can write this 2n plus 1 pi by 2 for n is equal to 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 5. If you substitute plus or minus 5, you will get minus 9 pi by 2 and plus 11 pi by 2. For minus 11 pi by 2, we have to include minus 6. If you substitute the value of n as minus 6, you will get minus 12 plus 1. That is minus 11 pi by 2. You will get this value separately for minus 6. Up to plus 6 means you will get these two values. Then for minus 6, you will get minus 11 pi by 2. So x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. For n is equal to 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 5 and minus 6. So these are the values of x. For cos x is equal to 0 between the interval minus 6 pi to plus 6 pi. Fourth sum, find the value of tan inverse of tan of minus pi by 6. This is in the form of tan inverse of tan x, tan inverse of tan x equal to x. Tan inverse of tan x is equal to x if x lies between, if and only if x lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. For tan minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, tan inverse of tan x is equal to x. Look at this value minus pi by 6. Minus pi by 6 belongs to this interval, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So you can write the value of tan inverse of tan minus pi by 6 equal to minus pi by 6 straight away. Tan inverse of tan minus pi by 6 is equal to minus pi by 6. Since minus pi by 6 belongs to the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the answer is minus pi by 6. The next with sum, find the value if exists. If not, give reason. Sin inverse of cos pi. Sin inverse of cos pi we know the value of cos pi. What is the value of cos pi? Yes, cos pi is minus 1. Cos 0 is 1. Cos 90 is 0. Cos 180. Cos 180 means that is cos pi. Cos pi is minus 1. So the value of cos pi is minus 1. We will get sin inverse of minus 1. Sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse of x. So this minus sign comes out as minus sin inverse of 1. For which value the sin inverse, sin theta is 1. Sin which degree is 1? Sin 90 is 1. So the sin inverse of 1 is pi by 2. You will get answer as minus pi by 2. The value of sin inverse of 1 is minus pi by 2. Sin 90 is 1. So sin inverse of 1 is equal to 90, that is pi by 2. So you get the answer as minus pi by 2. Here the value exists for sin inverse of cos pi. Up to the last sum, we revised the 2 marks. Now we are going for the 3 mark questions. In the exercise we have so many 2 marks. Even though I selected some of the important sums, you practice all those sums, whatever in the book, then only you will understand the concepts clearly, because this 4th chapter is very important topic. It will be helpful for you in the higher classes. Okay, now we are moving to the 3 mark questions. In this, the first sum is find the domain of g of x is equal to 2 sin inverse of 2x minus 1 minus pi by 4. So this is the first 3 mark question. What we are going to do here, 2 sin inverse of 2x minus 1 minus pi by 4. We know that sin inverse of x exists between minus 1 to plus 1. So we are going to check for this 2x minus 1 where this value x exists. So I am going to consider this 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to minus 1 to plus 1. I am going to take this x, that is 2x minus 1. இதுதான் இங்க x. sin inverse of x வந்து minus 1 வந்து plus 1 குள்ள இருக்கு. இந்த இடத்துல x அப்படிங்கிறது 2x minus 1. So I am going to check with this 2x minus 1. First I am going to transpose this minus 1 to the left and right side. Minus 1 plus 1 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 1 plus 1. Minus 1 இந்த சைடு வந்துச்சுனா plus 1 ஆயிடும். அதே மாதிரி அந்த சைடு போச்சுனா plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 gives 0 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 2. If I divide this equation with 2, I will get 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. 0 divided by 2, 0. 2 divided by 2, 1. 2 divided by 2, 1. So x lies between 0 to 1. So therefore the domain of g of x, that is this question 2 sin inverse of 2x minus 1 is lies between 0 to 1. In the second sum, find the value of 2 cos inverse of 1 by 2 plus sin inverse of 1 by 2. Here these two values are known table values only. Cos inverse of 1 by 2. Cos which degree is 1 by 2? Cos 60. Cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. 60 degree can be written as pi by 3. So I am going to write this cos inverse of 1 by 2 as pi by 3. 2 into pi by 3. Like that, sin inverse of 1 by 2. Sin inverse of 1 by 2 which degree? Sin 30 degree is 1 by 2. That means 30 degree can be written as pi by 6. So I am going to write this sin inverse of 1 by 2 as pi by 6. So you will get 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 6. By taking the LCM of these two, you will get 6. Multiply the 2 here, you will get 4 pi plus pi by 6. If you add these two, you will get 5 pi by 6. So this is the value of 2 cos inverse of 1 by 2 plus sin inverse of 1 by 2. Since these two are table values, known table values, we can easily find out this. Next, in the third sum, find the domain of f of x is equal to sin inverse of modulus of x minus 2 by 3 plus cos inverse of 1 minus modulus of x by 2. We know that sin inverse of x as well as cos inverse of x, the domain is minus 1 to plus 1. The domain of sin inverse of x belongs to minus 1 to plus 1. For the cos inverse also minus 1 to plus 1. So I am going to consider this first. Sin inverse of modulus of x minus 2 by 3. So modulus of x minus 2 divided by 3 lies between minus 1 to plus 1. I have to get the value of x. So first I am going to simplify this. Multiply with 3. You will get minus 3 less than or equal to modulus of x minus 2 less than or equal to 3. Next I am going to subtract the minus, transpose this minus 2 to both the sides. I will get minus 3 plus 2 less than or equal to modulus of x less than or equal to 3 plus 2, which gives minus 1 less than or equal to modulus of x less than or equal to 5. Since it is modulus of x, you have to consider this separately, left hand side separately and the right hand side separately. If it is simply x means you can write the interval between minus 1 to plus 1. Since it is modulus of x, you have to split again. Modulus of x as x lies between minus 1 to plus 1. Like that, x lies between minus 5 to plus 5. So, if you consider a number line minus 5 to plus 5, minus 1 to plus 1. In the first case, the limit is lies between minus 1 to plus 1. In the second case, it occupies from minus 5 to plus 5. So leave this as it is. Now we will move on to the cos inverse of x. The domain of cos inverse of x is also lies between minus 1 to plus 1. So I am going to consider this 1 minus modulus of x by 4 less than or equal to minus 1 to plus 1. If I multiply by 4, I will get minus 4 less than or equal to 1 minus modulus of x is less than or equal to 4. Then I am going to transpose this 1 to the left and right side. Minus 4 minus 1 less than or equal to minus modulus of x less than or is equal to 4 minus 1. Minus 5 less than or equal to minus modulus of x less than or equal to 3. If I multiply with minus 1, I will get minus 5 becomes plus 5. The inequality changes to left, less than to right, less than becomes greater than. Minus 5 becomes plus 5, minus modulus of x becomes plus modulus of x. Again less than or equal to becomes greater than or equal to, plus 3 becomes minus 3. Again you can interchange the values as well as the inequality. You will get minus 3 less than or equal to modulus of x less than or equal to 5. Now look at this modulus of x. Here also modulus of x lies between minus 3 to plus 5. Here also you can split this modulus of x as two different values, minus 3 to plus 3 and then minus 5 to plus 5. If you draw the number line, it lies between minus 5 to plus 5 as the common area. So look at these two, both the values in these two, x lies between minus 5 to plus 5 is the common domain. So therefore the domain of the given function, domain of f of x is minus 5 to plus 5, or you can write like this: x lies between minus 5 to plus 5. So this is the way you have to find the domain. Sin inverse of x oda domain வந்து minus 1 ல இருந்து plus 1 குள்ள இருக்கும். ஆனால் நம்மளுடைய கொஸ்டின்ல எக்ஸ்ன்னு கொடுக்கல, modulus of x minus 2 by 3 கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. So you have to simplify this and get the common interval, that is the domain. Next, in the fourth sum we are going to find the value of cot inverse of 1 plus sin inverse of minus root 3 by 2 minus secant inverse of minus root 2. Cot inverse of 1. What is the value of cot inverse of 1? Cot which degree is 1? Cot 45 degree is 1. So the theta is, cot inverse of 1. Cot inverse of 1 equal to pi by 4. Like that, sin inverse of minus root 3 by 2. Here the question is in negative. The value of sin inverse is in negative. So you can convert this as minus sin inverse of root 3 by 2. Because sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse of x. But in secant inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus secant inverse of x. So if you bring this minus for the secant, it becomes pi minus secant inverse of root 2. But in the sin inverse, it is minus sin inverse of root 3 by 2. Sin inverse of minus அப்படின்னு வரும்பொழுது இங்க மைனஸ் வெளியில வந்துடும். secant inverse of minus வரும்போது secant cos இந்த மாதிரி வரும்போது pi minus secant inverse அப்படின்னு வரும். So cot inverse இது பாசிட்டிவ்ல தான் இருக்கு. You can write the value as it is straight away. The value of cot inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Now you substitute the value of sin inverse of root 3 by 2. Sin which degree is root 3 by 2? Sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2. So therefore sin inverse of root 3 by 2 equal to pi by 3. Because 60 degree can be written as pi by 3. So pi by 4 minus pi by 3 minus, here pi minus secant inverse of root 2. Secant which degree is root 2? Secant 45 degree is root 2. So secant inverse of root 2 can be written as pi by 4. So pi minus pi by 4. On simplifying you will get the answer. Pi by 4 minus pi by 3 minus, if you simplify this you will get 4 minus 1 3. So 3 pi by 4. Now you can take the LCM. The LCM is 12. You have to multiply 3 here. You will get 3 pi minus 4 pi. Here also you have to multiply with 3. You will get 9 pi. 9 pi minus 4 pi, both will give minus 13 pi. Minus 13 plus 3 minus 10 pi by 12. On simplifying these two you will get minus 5 pi by 6. This is the value of cot inverse of 1 plus sin inverse of minus root 3 by 2 minus secant inverse of minus root 2. So you have to know these properties, then only it is easy for you to do the calculation. Fifth sum, last sum, find the value of sin inverse of cos of sin inverse of root 3 by 2. If you look at the last sum, fourth sum and the fifth sum, there in the last fourth sum you have three different inverse trigonometric functions separately. Here two inverse trigonometric and one trigonometric functions combined together. If the question is like this, you have to start from the innermost trigonometric function. So the sin inverse, first I am going to start with sin inverse of root 3 by 2. What is the value of sin inverse of root 3 by 2? Write the remaining things as it is. Sin inverse of cos. Sin inverse of root 3 by 2. Sin which degree is root 3 by 2? Sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2. So sin inverse of root 3 by 2 is equal to 60 degree, that is pi by 3. So the sin inverse of root 3 by 2 is pi by 3. Now look at this cos pi by 3. This is cos theta. What is cos 60 degree? Cos theta means cos 60. What is the value of cos 60? You can straight away substitute cos 60 as 1 by 2. Now you will get sin inverse of 1 by 2. What is the value of sin inverse of 1 by 2? Sin which degree is 1 by 2? Sin 30 degree. So 30 degree can be written as pi by 6. So this is the way we have to do the sum. You have to start from the innermost bracket substitute the value. Since it is theta, it comes in, since it is sine inverse, it becomes theta. Here it is cos trigonometric value, so you will get a number. Again this sine inverse gives the theta. So you have to, all this comes under the table values, so you have to know the table values clearly, then only you can do the sums easily. Okay, with this today's revision session is over. We will see the 5 mark sums in the next session. Practice the sums what I taught. Practice some more sums also and understand the concept. Then only it is easy for you to go for the higher classes, because inverse trigonometric function is very important topic. Okay, practice the sums. If you have any doubt, contact me. Enjoy the day. Thank you.